Manish Kiri joins in, MD of Kiri Industries, to talk about their business outlook, to essentially gauge the demand pickup in dyestuffs after the Chinese New Year and to understand price trends of dye and dye intermediaries. Manish, good to have you on the show. How much has the demand actually gone up for your key products, especially after the Chinese New Year, late Jan onwards?
First of all, thank you for having me. If we look at the export demands from India, I think it has picked up by at least 25 to 30%. And post-Chinese New Year's, we continue to see that there is a continuation of the crackdown by Chinese regulatory agencies such as environmental protection agencies to strictly monitor and to investigate many Chinese plants in China. And that continues to happen, and because of that we see a supply shortage from China. We see in the global market Chinese are not able to deliver. Indian companies are able to export more, and we also see that the prices are also reasonably at a higher level. So we feel that for the whole industry, especially from India, there is a positive demand and increasing demand, which is not a global increase percentage if you look at the percentage, but it's specific because of the Chinese reduction. India is gaining that kind of market share.
Yeah. So you're very confident about the improvement in demand. Let's talk a little bit then when it comes to numbers, what the outlook is on your volume growth. How are the prices for dyes and intermediaries, and what kind of volume growth can you see clocking in?
If you look at the dyes and intermediate prices, the two key driving intermediates, which are HSD and vinyl sulphone, they both are in the range of 275 and 375 rupees and still rising. We see dyes prices as a finished products also going parallel with the increase of intermediate prices. So by let us say year 2017-18, we can expect on an average basis at least 10 to 15% rise and in the prices, and from India we can still expect close to 20% demand in terms of market share, in terms of quantum and quantity, both for domestic as well as for export requirements.
Give us also a sense of how pricing has panned out for some of your products. I believe vinyl sulphone prices, which have corrected to 225 rupees a kg in Jan from 400, are now back at about 300. Do you think that there could be a swing in the prices, and how are you combating to ensure the prices stay at these levels?
These prices which you see, around 300 levels, coming back from 225 also shows that there is not enough supply which is coming to market, and we continue to see shortfall in supply, and that is the one major trigger which allows us to believe that the prices may continue in this range around 300 rupees for the year 2017-18. And it's not only India, it's a global demand, and also it's a global requirement of dyes which consumes maximum quantity of vinyl sulphone, and dyes demand is also strong, and particularly for these 3 months, January, February to September is a peak season. This is the time where the maximum demand comes in, and looking at this time frame also, so demand plus the short supply, the combination of these two would allow us to believe that the prices would sustain at least for the first half of next year 2017-18, because we are already at the end of this financial year, closing in next couple of weeks.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.